welcome to my studio again. This and what we've been doing is taking a progression of stages. We started out with just a basic still life. See what happened, I had a bunch of paint left over and I don't like to waste the paint, so I said, you know what, I'll start a little simple still life. You all can see the progression of it, and this is good practice for you all to do in your studio. So what we've done, we went through the drawing, the design of it, we toned it, and now we reconstructed it. Now we're going to take in, we're going to put in a what we call a tonal. We're going to tone in the colors that we see, just basic local colors. Okay, let's start out with the darkest darks we see. Now you're going to lose your lines again, so don't worry about that. Don't let that bother you. And here I have my canvas is pretty much set up already, and we're just going to use the colors we have here. Basically, let's look at, I see a dark blue down there, a little dark with a little purple in it. And that's in the grape. So just what we do, we're going to scummel the color in here. Darks first. Now you're going to lose these lines, but we'll get them back. Don't worry about that. Darks first, and go to the middles, and go to the lights. You can have a lot of fun with these stages. Now this will start teaching you how to use color, how to mix color. Okay, what do you see? The next darkest color I see is basically a red. Just take a basic red. I had to pull a little bit off here because I've used it, but that's okay. Okay. You don't need a lot of paint on your brush to do this. These are the dark colors. Start getting into the middle colors. Okay. Now your shadows are basically, they're middle tones, so let's go in some of the middle tones. Here we have the colors already mixed here on the palette. We'll just use that. I'll give you another clue about shadows. Basically, an apple, which is red, this apple in this case is red, it'll cast a shadow to its complement, which will be green. If you look at that real close, there's a very kind of a greenish tint to it. Let's add a little bit of green to that shadow. Okay. Now, the more you study color, the more you're going to see color. A little white. Use white. Use white very sparingly. Don't use too much of the white. Okay. Now, some of the other middle values here are into the green right up in. It's a little higher intensity green right up through here. A little warmer as it gets out in there. Take your time. You can have a lot of fun with these little value sketches, toning sketches, drawings. Just take your time with these. Okay. Clean your brush in between colors. Now as we're going up and around, let's do the apple right now. See some beautiful orange colors up in there, and we're right here we have the orange already mixed. Let's just take it right off our palette. Then it gets into a very high intense red. Let's get a kind of a cadmium red. Try that. A little bit too high. Bring it down a little bit here. I'm just using colors right off my palette. This is the nice thing about the colors are already mixed for you now. I grew up, you don't want to waste. Especially paints are very expensive today. Let's just tone a little bit right down in here, a little bit of lighter color right in there, okay? Let's go back to the grapes real quick. Let's go into the middle value here. What do I see? Kind of a bluish tint. It's got a cerulean with a little white into it. There's some little bits of red in there. Let's just take a little bit in here, the color. Beautiful red. I'm just taking it right off the palette. Now here again you have a little bit of a cast shadow down here, and it's what I see kind of a cerulean blue, basically it's got some warm colors in here too, but we won't put them in right now. Now you think that canvas is white. Let me show you really quick what white is. Let's take a little bit bigger brush here. And you have to evaluate white sometimes. You think the canvas is white, but watch what happens when I put white right here. Look how much whiter that is in the canvas. The colors I use, basically I use a mixed white. Okay. There's your canvas. See the difference? Okay. And each canvas is going to be a little bit different as far as the tonal quality of it. Okay, let's just put a little bit of warmth down in here, and then we'll leave this for a while. And the next free lesson will be showing you how to apply the color. A little bit of warmth. A little bit. Here I'm grabbing the color right off the palette again. It's already mixed for us. A little bit of warmth over here. Okay. Go a little bit lighter. This shadow here is just a little bit dark. Let's lighten that up just a little bit. Okay, there you go. All right, that concludes this part of it. And like I said, thank you for dropping by. You can go to my website, dickenslingartist.com, or you can write me on the internet, dickensling@bellsouth.net. And again, thank you for dropping in. I hope this helps you a lot.